What are we doing today in the shop?
I'm trying to picture the Jeep.
You're getting pictures of the Jeep?
I see it.
Yeah. Are we putting a roll cage in your Jeep?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got one bar welded in. So my daughter did all the welding on this. You know. She'll get it figured out. There's only 3.
Dad.
What?
Dad.
Did it disappear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Here. It's back. So now we're going to do the other side, and then we'll do the down bars.
I like his tires.
You like those tires?
I see it. I like this. I see that tower tires. Huh.
All right, let's pause it real quick.
Now,
Well, we got one side done, so he's kind of welded in. I feel like I've got it where it kept close. It kind of sucks about that deal. Oh well, I'll never lay the windshield down anyway. And then I've got a plate down there where it'll bolt to the floor. So, but now to do the other side, and then a couple top bars, and we'll be cruising again. Well, this is the passenger side A-pillar. Just finishing the notch. Got to notch this side. I just do it with a cutting wheel. It's quick, it's simple. Let's go see how that fits. Ronnie, you're making a mess. You're making a mess. She's sitting there playing in my oil dry. Needs just a little bit more off the front, and then that'll be perfect. It'll match that side pretty close. So I'm gonna go and whittle a little bit more off of it, and we'll be back probably after I get it welded. Well, that's a wrap for all the time that I've got, but there's this side A-pillar. I'll drill the holes in the floor plate whenever I take all this out to paint. There's passenger side A-pillar, same floor plate, just tacked to the floor, but it's all time I got. So hopefully the next couple days or a week I'll get the back cage done and rebent, and we'll have her finished. Say bye.
bye.
All right, so the fit of the, whatever you want to call them, notching them, grinding them out, pretty good. I'm gonna crawl up here. We'll measure from the window frame back. That way it's kind of even on both sides. And then I think that's it. This Jeep's never gonna see any hardcore wheeling, at least in the foreseeable future. So I'll probably just leave it here. I won't do a dashboard. That way I can get this, I don't know. I say that way I can get to the dash and do some stuff, but I can do all that whenever or I'll have to do it when the cage is out anyway. But I just don't see the need of cutting another piece of tube just for that. So we'll set this back up, I'll get them tacked in place, and then we'll start on this back hoop. I'm gonna get me a copyright infringement for listening to songs I do not own. I was in a cover band years ago and we played this song, and it was just awful. Pretty well every song that cover band played, I cannot stand hearing anymore. Nothing against Bob Seger, but yeah, that song, it sucks. Oh my goodness. Now that song is stuck in my head. Alrighty. Let's move on to a back hoop. Hoop to you hoop. For this back hoop, I do know that I want it to come back about 2 foot, and that'll kind of, oh, what do I want to say? That'll kind of give this back cage kind of a sport cage look instead of squaring it off. Outside, I know you guys can't see because I'm all right. So it looks like my outside measurement to outside measurement on this is about 48 and a half. We'll say 48 and 3/4. So we'll go over, we'll draw it out on a piece of paper. That way I can cut a piece of tube, bend it wrong, throw that piece of tube in the trash, kind of like that piece. But it's all part of learning. This one's actually would have been right if but I bent it too far. So one's a 90-degree bend, the other one's like a 94-degree bend, which brought it in too far, and I don't have anything here to straighten it out. I thought about it, but anyway. Now I need to find a piece of paper, and my shop's a mess again, so I can't find nothing, nowhere, anywhere, anyhow, ever. All right, so this is my cheater, my gauge, whatever that I've used. Got all my bends on here. So when we're coming up and we know that we're wanting to be 48 and 3/4. Was it 48 and 3/4? I'll need to remeasure that. I've done forgotten. But to do a 90-degree bend on this, if this is the start where it goes into the gauge, it comes out to 7 1/4 is the offset of that. So 7 1/4. I know that I'm wanting to bend like this. I want it 24 inches from here to the outside of here. And then it's 48 and whatever I said from there to there. Let me go measure that real quick because ADHD is kicking in bad today. So it's 48 and 1/2. 48 and 1/2. So when we're measuring out, try to figure out how much material we need, where to locate our bends. So we got 24 plus 24, which is 48, 48 and 1/2. So we got 96.5 inches. From this spot to this spot, we'll subtract the 7 1/4. So 24 minus 7 1/4. So our first mark, our first bend will be 16 3/4. And we'll find the center of this. I always mark the center of the tube and I'll work out. Cut this. Barely. Got my grandpa's truck sitting over there. Had to shove this pipe through the fender well of that truck just to get it in here. I don't know where to set this now. Just gonna set it right here. So, rubbing alcohol, brake clean, whichever your favorite pair of underwear that Taco Bell's ruined lately. Get all this nasty oil crap off. And then again, measure from the center out. And hopefully I did math right, and I'm starting to remember how to do this. Quarter. Sure. Wow, it says 48 1/4. All right. So then from center out. Where did I mark that at? 16 3/4. 16 3/4. Yep, that should be right, I think. I don't know. Losing my mind. Oh, looky there. GoPro's only been filming for 9 minutes and she's already down to 36%. Time for new camera. Alright, got it set up here in the bender. So I got my mark up against my die. And then I'll have to spin the tube around and put this in, because I need to remember how to math from here. Anyway, I don't want to confuse myself. Keep it simple, stupid. My goodness, I think I did it. I think I may have done it. Let me go grab my hammer. This is a loaded cases at back, taking it play to play. Yeah. Oof, look how pretty. Look how pretty. Double to the rear, double to the rear. Pray, dear Lord. We're back. We did it right. So I did do this. I got my measurements right, but this from here, the outside of here is 28 inches. So somewhere I need to figure out why that doesn't work, but we're right where we need to be, outside to outside. So I'm just gonna lop off the 4 inches, probably about 3.5. Give me plenty of room. Actually, I'm just going to do 3 on each side, because I could use those 3-inch pieces for bushings later on. But I will do that. That way I got plenty of room for coping, and I'll see if I can hold this up there all by my lonesome and keep it level and straight. Not having my digital level, I wasn't able to get the bins, the planes quite clocked where they needed to be, but it's not bad, and I don't think it'll be that bad. It'll be okay. Well, that's gonna have to end it for me tonight. We'll get back on this whenever I get a chance. So that's on. Kind of messed up. There's a little bit of a gap, and then there will be these top bars that'll tie in, and then we'll put 2 bars over the front compartment to protect them. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Anyway, thanks for watching. Or I guess this isn't the end of the video. Never mind. We'll be back. Well, that'll do it for this video. We got the all the tubes bent, mocked in place. Got it the way I want it. So off camera, I'll probably pull this cage out and weld everything. I might film some of it. Next time we'll be on this Jeep, we're going to be putting an electric fuel pump in it, because we're not going to deal with no more part store junk mechanical pumps that don't last. And hopefully get this thing on the road and do some wheeling. So I'm trying to kick around the idea of whether or not to put like the Spartan lunchbox lockers in here and re-gear it. We'll see. I know it needs a slip yoke eliminator. It needs some things, but we need to drive it first. So I haven't been able to drive it much, but we're going to sand this Jeep down. We're going to paint it up. This is going to be kind of the showpiece for the shop ish. So we'll put the Solid Rock Off-Road name on it, and that'll be it. I think it looks pretty good from a distance. I don't know how well you can see around the welder and stuff, but it's just simple. It doesn't need tubes everywhere. This thing's not going to be this one's not going to be an extreme rock bouncer. So I'm going to try not to just full send it ever. Just mild trails. This is for the family. So thanks for watching. May God bless you, and like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.